Good morning children, and today I am going to give you a brief idea on periodic table. Before going to that, you should know that what is periodic table. Periodic table is a table in which we have arranged all our discovered elements in a meaningful order, and this total earth is so far composed of many different elements, and our scientists have discovered more than 199 elements, and totally they say that the total earth is composed of 118 different elements, and all these 118 elements are stored in a table in a meaningful order, and that particular table is called our periodic table. And coming to this 118 elements, how does one element differs from other? One element differs from other if the number of protons in the atom of one element is different from the number of protons of an atom of different elements. So in all the 118 elements, 118 atoms, different atoms are there, and in their atoms they have nucleus. In the nucleus the protons are different. So here in this table I have simply wrote the number of protons, and this number of protons that is present in the nucleus of an element is also known as atomic number. I mean to say, the element which is having its atomic number is 1, or having a number of protons 1 in its nucleus is kept here. This 2 represent that its atomic number is 2, or there are 2 protons in the nucleus of that element. So this way we have arranged all this starting from 1 to 180. And in which order it is arranged? That is in the increasing order. 19, atomic number 19, 20, 21, 22, 40, 41, 42, 43. So all these 118 elements are arranged in a meaningful order. What is the meaningful order is? That is in the increasing order of the atomic number. And when they are kept in increasing order of the atomic number, then why the table has got a specific number of rows and specific number of columns? Let me see. That is, total number of rows we have 7. These rows are called period 1, period 2, period 3 up to period 7. And the total number of columns are 18, and these columns are named as 1A, 2A, 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B, 8B, 3 columns, 1B, 2B, then 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. Although all these 100 elements are having different properties, but in some other aspect they have some similar properties. So taking the similar properties into account, we have created like this 1A group. So all the elements of 1A group have some sort of similar property, and all the elements of 2A group are having similar property. Similarly 3B, 4B up to 8A. These groups of elements are having some sort of similar properties. And coming to the 3B, here 56, and really it should come 57, then it is 58. But here starting from 57 to 71, starting from 57 to 71, all these elements are showing similar properties, so they deserve their place here itself, that is in 3B group and period number 6. But writing all these elements is quite impossible in the small gap, that's why they are written outside, and this is called your Lanthanide series, that is named after the element lanthanum present in 6th period and 3B group. So this is called Lanthanide series. And similarly in period 7 and group 3B we have another actinum. They are also starting from 89 to 103, the atomic number. All the elements are having similar property of 3B group. Since the space is insufficient, they are written outside, that is called your actinide series. And this way we have found that the behavior of all the 118 elements by which our earth is composed, they are less or more similar with 18 different kinds of properties. For that reason only we have total divided this periodic table into 18 different groups. And why do we have only 7 periods? You know that first element, that is atomic number 1, its number of protons are 1. You know an atom is containing 3 different fundamental particles. One is a proton, neutron and electron. Proton and neutron are physically combined and that forms the nucleus, whereas electron that keep revolve around the nucleus. One thing you have to remember, that a particular atom has equal number of protons and equal number of electrons. I mean to say, for example 22, this element 22, it is having 22 number of protons in its nucleus At the same time, 22 electrons it has which are revolving around the nucleus. Then all this, and coming to some other elements, say 83. 83, it is having 83 number of protons in its nucleus, and similarly 83 electrons are revolving. So coming to 118, the last one, total 118 electrons are revolving around this particular nucleus where 118 protons are there. As the number of electrons are increasing, these electrons, although they are revolving around the nucleus, but they never revolve in a single orbit. They will be going from orbit to orbit. Just like our solar system, first Mercury is revolving and Venus is in some other orbit. Earth is in the third orbit. Mars is in the fourth orbit. In the similar way, these electrons also revolving in different orbits. But in our solar system, in one orbit, one planet only revolves around the sun. But in this case, for example of all these atoms, electrons are not, single electron is not having single orbit. A group of electrons are revolving in first orbit, a group of electrons in second orbit, like that. So as per the scientific calculations, and they have framed up different formulas that what is the capacity of different orbits. So when the case of 118, the atomic number it comes, it maximum needs 7 orbits. If 7 orbits are there, it is quite sufficient to make all 118 electrons revolve around the nucleus. So we have total 7 different periods because they have 7 different shells, and total we have 18 groups because they are behaviorally in 18 different ways. All these 118 elements they behave. And coming to all these elements, 118 elements, they are mainly segregated into 3 parts: metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals are all, see here I have given some numbers rounded off, like atomic number 5 for boron, 14 for silicon, 32 for germanium, 33, 51, 52 and 85 polonium. All these are, you take this as a boundary. Left to this, all the elements are called metals. Right to that, all the elements are called non-metals, and these elements are called metalloids, which are having some of the properties of metals and some of the properties of non-metals. 1A group elements are called alkali metals. 2A group elements called alkaline earth metal. 7A group elements called halogens. 8A group elements are called noble gases. Here in 1A, only one electron is present in their outermost orbit. In 2A, only two electrons are present in their outermost orbit. Similarly, 3A group, they have 3 electrons, 4 electrons, 5, 6, 7. Here 8 electrons are present in their outermost orbit. And starting from 3B to 2B, all these elements are that I have written here TE, it stands for transition elements. Thank you. Keep watching our videos.